the right one was a 7, and this left one's an 8. But now this is 0, and
Wow.
this is probably a 3 rest, and the horrible screeching is gone. It's just buzzing now, not screeching anymore. So it's actually feeling really incredible.
Rachel, we've had sessions before for tinnitus. Can you tell me how we started, where you were at on a level of 1 to 10 in severity, and anything else that happened, and how it is now? I think the last session is about a year ago, right?
Yeah, and to be honest, it stopped it for a bit on the first session. That's right, and then we come back and we did a second session because it started again, and we did that, and then it sort of did it for a couple of days, and then it felt like it was good for a couple of days, then it slowly came back, and then after that it wasn't as bad as it was, but then it slowly over time, over the next few weeks, it just sort of came back to what it was.
Right.
And yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I did wonder and worry if it was just my belief system with the the hearing aid people telling me that it's because I've had hearing loss. Which is really difficult because you think, oh no, I'd rather that it was just my brain doing something stupid. Well, not stupid, excuse me, brain. I didn't mean to call you stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just the brain, but so yeah. Anyway,
So what were you told by the hearing aid people or by your doctor or whoever?
yeah, I
What
was
did they
told by
tell
the
you?
hearing aid people that's the hearing loss, and the tinnitus is all part of the hearing loss, and that's what's causing the tinnitus. So there's no point trying to do anything except wear a hearing aid.
Okay, so right, and that's where what I've looked at.
I don't necessarily believe them, but back in the day when we did the sessions, I think that may have affected it. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Well, there's a book called Healing Without Pills and Potions. I don't know whether you've read it, by Steve Bierman, MD. And he has accumulated a lot of information, evidence that actually a suggestion by a care provider, by an authority, a medical authority, will work like as a placebo or a nocebo. Nocebo is the negative version of a placebo. So if somebody tells you, and that's very, very common, there's nothing you can do about it. You do have hearing loss, you do have ruptured eardrums, you do have this, and you won't be able to change it. You will have to live with the tinnitus. That's a very strong suggestion because they are an authority. However, research shows that for 1 in 3 people, hearing or tinnitus goes away again over time. And that's untreated. That's when you do nothing about it, right? And there's several stages to tinnitus. So there's an acute phase, the first 7 to 10 days. If there's sort of inflammation from an acoustic trauma or anything else, then you can still do something with antioxidants or corticosteroids, I believe it is, and some other medications. So it's definitely important to go to the ENT or the otologist or whoever it is in your area to find a solution or to try and help it medically, first of all. But then you have a phase of about 6 months where the changes in the brain only occur in the auditory system. And then after about 6 months, it starts moving also into other areas of the brain. So in the end, you've got about 40, I believe, brain areas that are affected by tinnitus and that light up, or, in MRI scans, etc. So it's a complete rewiring, and they do now call it, many researchers, a maladaptive neuroplasticity. And if you know anything about neuroplasticity, you know that the brain always changes. That's what that means, as you know, probably.
Yeah.
And neuroplasticity is learning. So you could call tinnitus a learned behavior. Okay. And that means if you can learn something, you can unlearn it again.
Yeah.
Right. So that's,
I think that's part of it too. If someone says to me, "Oh, you don't want to hear what you have to what I have to say. You've had was it just in my corporate jobs, there's so much bullshit that went on. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And I just I didn't ignore it, but sometimes I didn't want to hear what was being said, basically. So
Yeah.
there's something to do with that. So maybe I've learned to shut stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's several components as well, because there's not just one tinnitus. That's why there's no treatment, because everybody's looking for the one cure, and you can't have that. So you've got somatosensory tinnitus. You can have all 3 or 4 parts to it as well. Somatosensory means you can affect the tinnitus, the noise, by moving your jaw, or having a massage, or anything that has to do with touch, basically.
When I do this, it goes wheel, 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 wheel.
Yeah. So you have a somatosensory component to it, yeah.
And when I go like that, I go. I get a high pitched when I move my jaw.
There you go. Yeah. So in that case, even things like face yoga or special exercises can help too. And we also have the limbic system coming in and also giving input. And the limbic system, that's the reptile brain, the one that's protecting you, the fight or flight system. And that has special access to your hearing, so that it can react to noises before you even perceive what kind of sound it is. So it goes there first, and then goes, or at the same time, but slower, goes into the auditory brain. And you also have lots of different components to your hearing. So the hearing goes, the noise goes into your ear, into the cochlea with all the little hairs, you might know those, and each hair is for a different frequency. Okay, so it goes into the cochlea, and then each of those hairs has a nerve, a part of a connection inside the auditory nerve that connects it. So it's like, okay, here's the lowest frequencies, there's the highest ones, and there's like this whole lot of nerves and then neural connections that continue on. And there's different parts of the brain that are in charge of saying, where does the sound come from? How loud is it? What is important? Okay, so in some way, shape, or form, that's now different for you. Okay, so it says, oh, there's something else that's much, much more important. And the sound is not made in the ear. From the hearing loss that you have, there's 5 or 6 theories on how it all happens. So you have hearing loss, you have acoustic trauma, and the frequencies that you hear, some people speculate or say that that's exactly the frequency that was lost. Okay, so the brain makes up for the noise, and it's a phantom noise, basically, like phantom pain. And incidentally, tinnitus shares a lot of similarities with phantom pain, or with pain in general. So it might also be there's a psychological model as well. There's so many models that the noise is caused by another part of your brain. As you said, you don't want to hear. So a different part of your brain might be making up that noise, or it could be an alarm from the limbic system. Oh, we can't hear this frequency anymore. So I have to make sure that we still hear in that frequency. So I'm going to make up that sound to make sure that you're always alert. That might be another possibility.
If something like being in the Christchurch earthquake and the noise that was there for that big earthquake, I wonder if it has anything to do with it, like
You were right. You were in an earthquake.
Yeah, I was in the Christchurch earthquake, the ones that killed all those people. There was two, there was quite a lot actually.
Right.
It was very traumatic.
Okay. Well, it's possible. There's usually also more than, if you're looking for one reason, that's probably not it. I mean, not that that's not it, but it's not one reason. There's usually 2 different components. Stuff, yeah. No, there's usually 2 different components to it. The hearing loss and something else could be something combined. you know?
Yeah.
That's
I was just thinking, yeah.
yeah.
You
Or
know,
people, there's an
hypervigilant, if you're
say again.
hypervigilant, if you're hypervigilant for a noise like an earthquake noise, then maybe that's brain
Yeah.
making that, you know. So it keeps me alert. I just, from what you just said, I wondered if that was something.
You never know. There might be.
You
And
never
there's
know.
also another and there's also another route, a last route, just to finish it off, that it's an inflammatory thing. So you have lots of people with diseases, with autoimmune diseases or inflammatory diseases that also develop tinnitus. So the nerves, the neural connections, the synapses, they get inflamed. Inflammation is normally a healing process, a repair process, but sometimes it just goes out of whack and then it stays, and then it becomes chronic at some point, as inflammatory diseases, etc., can become chronic as well. So there's all those different ways. However, you've now got more explanations of why it might have happened, but your brain, your mind knows best where it came about, how it came about. It doesn't just have to be emotional trauma; it can be anything else. So what we're going to do today, it's a bit like being in a TV studio. You know, you've got all these inputs, you've got microphones, you've got cables everywhere, connections, and you know, there's a sound engineer at the end of it trying to make it all sound as good as possible. You know, everything comes together at the mixing desk. So sometimes some emergency happens. You know, some just before the live show, and he just has gaffer tape to tie it all up. You know, that kind of thing can happen. Or he's a bit lazy. Some sound engineers are a bit deaf and don't really do the best job, but they always have the best intention. So they want to make the sound as crystal clear as possible. But this is kind of the model that you can imagine. So there's also lots of inputs from light, you know, and electricity that might interfere with the sound cables, etc. So that's kind of what we're looking at today. That's how you can imagine your brain to be working, really. Right? Are you ready to get rid of that tinnitus today?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. All right. Okay. So you're sitting comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you want. You can lie back. You can sit up any way you like.
Are we going into hypnosis?
We are going into hypnosis.
Right.
If that's what you want. Do you want to go into hypnosis?
I do.
You do. Good.
Put my feet up, man. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Yes. Can you still see me okay?
yep. So you are lying comfortably.
Yeah.
You can keep your eyes open for the moment. So you're lying comfortably?
Do I want what?
Are you comfortable?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Ready to let go of this shit?
Yep.
And ready to go into hypnosis now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that I can hear you.
Oh, am I too far away?
Yeah, sitting back. I'll just put one in because that's the worst one.
Okay, up to you.
I just want, because I could hardly hear you just when before.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
there we go. Okay. Now I'd like you to look up at the ceiling for now, just above your head somewhere, and find a spot that you can focus on. And really focus on that spot, as if you're seeing it for the very first time. See what it's shaped like, see what it looks like. Are there any shadows around it? And just notice how strenuous it becomes and how your eyes start blinking, because really you would like to be closing your eyes. Now that spot is going out of focus now. Notice yourself blinking. That's right. And just close your eyes down. Going down into hypnosis, your hypnosis. Taking yourself down. And just feel your breath going in and out. Feel your heartbeat. Just really focus on your inside now. And with every breath you take, you'll find you're going deep, and every word I say, you can find yourself letting go and going down. And the more you go down them, the more you'll notice that. It's so much easier to let go now. And go down now to a magical, mystical place. Where you can let go of anything that's been holding you back. Where you can make any positive lifestyle changes. When you're there, just give me a nod to let me know that you're there. Right, wonderful. Now, I'd like you to just start letting go of anything that's been holding you back, that's been keeping this noise in place that we need to get rid of before we do any further work. So go ahead and look for any thoughts, images, feelings, emotions, and sensations. Any negative thoughts, images, feelings, emotions, and sensations that have been holding you back, that have been keeping this in place. Last week, the last month, year, decades, all the way back since you were a little girl. Just let go. Now. And it might be anything. Just let it go. Any feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, and sensations might have been holding you back. Might have kept this in place. Just imagine above your head a vortex that's pulling out all of these feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, and sensations. All those unnecessary negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Just let them go. Let them be pulled out now. Just let it all go. And be thorough. All feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations that have been holding you back, that have been keeping this in place. All the way back to when you were a little girl. Just let it all go now. That's right. Just let go. Just imagine it all being sucked out, pulled out by that vortex above your head. Letting go now. And when you're ready for now, when you've done enough for now, and only then, come back out and open your eyes. Anything come up?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
You don't have to tell me what it is. It's there anything
Uh,
still? Yeah.
There was a lot of sadness from a lot of people and animals and things that I've lost.
Okay.
All of it. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Is there anything left?
probably.
Probably. All right then. Just go ahead again and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and go back in again. And then go and search again. And let all of that go. Everything that's still there. Be thorough. And just let it go. Let it be pulled out by that vortex. Just let go of any of those old thoughts, images, feelings, emotions, and sensations. And I've contributed, kept this in place. All those unnecessary negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, sensations. Let them all go now. That's right. And dig deep. Go through. Let go anything that's not serving you anymore. Anything that's standing in the way of silence, of being able to hear clearly. And go ahead and find that one big thing. That big thing that's been causing all of this. When you found it, you just let it go. Let it go now. That's it. When you feel that you've done enough for now, I want you to come back out and open your eyes. But only then. There we go. Anything come up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went through went through shame, went through fear, guilt.
Yeah. So is anything still left? Or is it
It's
all
really
gone?
good. I really noticed a big sensation in here.
Mm-hmm.
When I went through the feelings of the grief and the fear, shame, and guilt, each time I sort of saw a new thing, I'd really feel it here, and then I had to let that go up the funnel, and I did. So it took a while for the sensation to go. And
Yeah.
as well as the emotions, letting that go, and then having to let that go out of your head.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. I'd like you to go back in again, take a deep breath, and close your eyes again and go back to your magical, mystical place, your hypnosis. Just go back down there. That's it. Just have a look around at this beautiful, huge space that you've just created. Now I wonder, I'd like you to go looking for a sense, what it was like before this ever happened. When did you first make that decision to experience that noise? What purpose did it serve, and what is necessary to change that decision now? So that you can let go of that sound now. If there was any need for that noise, just go ahead and find a new way to fulfill that same positive intention, but without that noise you used to have. Just imagine that you're looking at everything with new, fresh eyes. Imagine you're a new, talented sound engineer who's taking over from the old one, creating new ways for the sound, cleaning up anything that's unnecessary, out of date, or broken, working on the cables, rewiring. Maybe you'll find the blueprints of how the whole setup used to be, how the way it's perfect. What was different? How do you need to rebuild? And with all that experience you have now, looking back, how can you even improve those blueprints and that old setup? You might notice how that old sound engineer used to solve problems and what things he did that weren't as helpful, even though he wanted to be as helpful as he can. Maybe you get a sense of why he did what he did. What do you need to change to avoid any of those things that happened in the future? What should stay? Where do you put the new connections, new cables? Ones that make sure that From now on, the sound will be clear, sound will be pure, without any feedback. Because we all learn a lot of things throughout our life. We all put mechanisms into place to protect us, to make our life easier. But sometimes those mechanisms are out of date. They used to work, but now they can go and make space for new ones. So you go and repair all of those connections. Go ahead and turn down that noise as well. Just imagine having a big fader where you turn down that noise, or a plug that you just pull out to switch it off. So you can get everything back into balance. Restore, repair, improve. Now. When you've done all that, open your eyes again, come back out. How was that?
Nice.
Nice, good. Did you change a lot of things around?
Did I change a lot of things around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I tried to, but I really didn't know how. Like,
Ah.
I just kind of that it would.
All right.
It might
Okay.
just look
Right then.
there.
Okay, then just go ahead again. Deep breath. Go back in. Close your eyes. There you go. Go back. Down there. Now, if you're not sure how to change anything around, let's call somebody in who knows. That's your new whiz, superb, smart sound engineer. And he's going to come in and make all those changes for you. Starting from now. Because we don't need to know how to make every change ourselves. Just call in help. Call in somebody who knows. And I know you know that you know someone, some part of you that can do this. And that part is now in charge of changing everything around. You're starting now. It's being really thorough, going through. And it might take him some time. It might take until tomorrow. It might take until next week, next month. But he's constantly working on making that entire system perfect. To give you clear sound, to allow you to hear those voices again clearly. To hear the birds singing. so that you can pay attention to all the things that are really important to you. And tune out the ones that aren't necessary. And not important at all. So now imagine that whiz kid sound engineer fixing everything in your head, in your mind, in your sound system. And you can trust that everything will be fine, all the sound will be clear. Anything that's in the way of clear sound will be gone. Tomorrow, next week, next month. That little sound engineer is here to stay for you. He's taken over. As you continue to let go, to let that sound engineer do his job, you may try to notice that sound, but notice that the more you try, the further away it goes, the quieter it becomes. So the more you try to focus on that noise, the further away it moves, the quieter it becomes. This repair process that's continuous. So it will continue tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, for the rest of your life. That sound engineer is in charge, giving you sound that's as crystal clear and clean as possible. Exactly the way it used to be before any of this happened. Just imagine what it was like back in the day, before any of this happened, how well you could hear, how well you perceive all the important sounds, how clear everything is. Now, imagine yourself going forward and how it is without that constant background noise that is now gone. Just imagine how that feels now. Really feel it. Really feel it filling you up. Really feel it filling up your body, and notice how it's making you feel calm and relaxed, peaceful. Let that feeling grow inside your body, inside your mind. Calm and relaxed. Confident that this peace is now your new way. Feel it growing, growing. Make it bigger and bigger until you can't contain it and it just spills over inside of your body. And when that's where you are, I want you to give me a nod. Feeling this incredible calm, peace and relaxation. Right. Now open your eyes. What color is that feeling?
Red.
Red. Okay. Every time every time you see the colors black, blue, green, yellow, blue, pink, or purple, you will see that red creeping back up and filling you back up, right? Anytime you see the colors black, blue, red, black, blue, orange, yellow, pink, or purple, you'll feel that red creeping back up and filling you up. Just close your eyes again. That's right. And feel that red, see that red. Feel that peace. Now open your eyes and look at anything black, white, yellow, blue, pink, purple. And feel that red creeping up, filling you up. Wonderful. So how's that noise now? Try to perceive it and feel you can't. The more you focus on it, the more it goes away.
Still there, but it feels a little bit different.
A little different. How different? You can sit up if you like. I can hear you better.
It's especially that ear actually. And that's the worst ear, the left one. So it's not as it's definitely not as loud, and it's not as screechy.
Okay.
It's more of a buzz now rather than a screech,
Okay.
and it's not as loud. Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say it is now?
Oh, okay.
And the more you focus on it, the more it will go away.
It's probably still a 4.
A 4. Wonderful. How much was it before?
It was probably an 8.
There we go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And this is going to continue now.
Thank you. Yeah, that sound technician, he came in really clearly, white coat. Even after a while doing stuff, he even cleaned the room up and made it brighter because it was really dark.
Oh, good. Did he do some painting work?
No, he just went, and everything went nice and bright.
Lovely.
Lights on, get the space sorted out, dust everything off.
Great.
It was really dusty and dirty. Yeah, anyway.
All right. Superb. Yeah, so you can probably experience less and less noise every day, both ears, because that sound engineer is there to stay. He's got a full-time job with you now.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling in general now?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I feel good. My glasses on.
There we go.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, it was a great session, actually. I enjoyed that.
You're welcome.
Bit of Freddie Jacqueline in there as well. Is there? Yeah.
a lot of things. Lots of different things. Okay.
Things, yeah. Sorry,
Great.
I shouldn't have.
All good. I can always edit. I had
Yes,
to edit. I have to edit anyway because you heard my dog barking probably in between. You didn't? Because
No,
the
if
people.
if you got your settings right, you'll never hear them.
Ah, yeah, okay, right. Well, I had to go off for 5 minutes to talk to people at the door. You didn't even notice. Just like yeah, I just
Wow, that's cool. I didn't
yeah.
know, yeah, I didn't notice. That's really cool. I like that. That's great. Yeah, because I've got you can edit this, right? I've got chickens and roosters and all sorts of things here.
Yeah.
But when I'm working Zoom, I've got the settings so good that they just doesn't. You can't hear
Oh, I
it,
can't hear
even
anything either.
No,
Yeah.
it's really so just makes it so much more relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Someone, and they can't hear anything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
When Adrian
Okay.
starts to figure outside, and you're like, yeah.
Well, good. Okay, so
Yeah.
we've gone from an 8 to a 4. It'll keep going down. That's how it's set up. And
Okay.
if you need another session, let me know.
Yeah, anyway. I mean, it definitely feels better now. Like this one's now that I'm sitting here. This is actually pretty good. This is still, but it is actually has changed since you first asked me from the 8 to the 4. Actually, just
Oh, from 5 minutes ago.
yeah. It's actually
There you
just
go. It
started
keeps
again.
going.
So this one here doesn't feel like it's got anything in it, and this one here probably feels like still a 3 or a 4, maybe a 3.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
Wow.
It's interesting.
How much did the other one used to be before?
Oh, they were both. That one's always probably 7 and 8, or 6 and 8.
Great.
That's the left one's the worst one. Yeah, that's where I get.
And the other one's at 0 now?
Huh?
Is the left one the other one at 0 now? Wow.
This one. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah. So this the right one was a 7, and this left one's an 8. Well, this might be a 6 and an 8. But now this is 0.
Wow.
And this is probably a 3. So feeling amazing, actually.
Great.
I'm quite impressed. And the horrible screeching is gone. It's just buzzing now, not screeching anymore. So it's actually feeling really incredible.
Amazing. You're welcome. All right.
Yeah.
Superb.
Very cool.
Thank you very much.